Hello friends, this is Luke and I'm going to give you some insight into some current obstacles in the SK3 section from Marble Mount to Rockport. I'm going to zoom out here, kind of give you a big picture view. So we obviously start in Marble Mount. So the current conditions right now, we're about 4,500 cubic feet per second on the Marble Mount gauge. So it's a little bit lower than normal for eagle watching, but not by much. I don't expect it to be any lower than it is now. The top section of the river is pretty much the same as it has always been. And then notably, as you come around where Corkendale Creek is, which is right around here, there's always a tree sitting right in there, which is really easy to avoid on the left. As you come around again, when you get here, this is that really busy part of the highway where tourists like to stop and take photos. It's also really popular for fishermen. Nothing's really changed here. This is where the man-made log jam is. But what's happened is that as the water hits this side and forces back to the left bank, there has been deposited a tree about here. So I'm advising you to stay high and to the right and follow the river right inside corner, if you will, and stay away from this left bank right here by Elabbett Creek, which comes in right here. But again, the tree is very stationary. It does not look like it's going anywhere, and I personally advise that you avoid it or intend to avoid it to river right. Moving on, there has always been a log jam right here. You can even see it in the satellite image above Sutter Creek. That's fine. It's fairly easy to avoid as long as you make your move early. It's not really anything new. Now, what has become more difficult, and where we had an incident the other day, is here above Eagle Alley. And so this slot is very wide, and you can actually see right here there's a rock that protrudes. Generally speaking, you will not hit bottom through here, at least not significantly. And then in the incident the other day, I believe what happened is that the guide took the left side of this run and nearly ran into the left bank here. I advise you to go as far river right as possible in the left channel. And if it were me, I would tee off on this pool right here. If you can get your boat into this slower water, you're going to be fine. If you cannot, it will sweep you right into this log that is about here. I advise you to try to stay to the inside corner to river right of this log for several reasons, noting that the river takes a right turn and all this debris, trees are against this river left. So this is very messy, very dangerous if someone were to fall out of a boat here. This is definitely the most challenging move I've ever seen in all my years, my decade or more running this section. And I am advising you to locate this pocket water and attempt to get in there, noting that the river looks like it's heading down this way, but the angle is so steep that it's pushing directly against the left bank, and so your ass end of your boat, your ferry angle, needs to be, the back end of your boat needs to be pointed significantly downstream. So it will appear that your nose will be pointed upstream. I hope this makes sense, but that's what would be required to get a decent ferry angle. Once you're in the slack water, I think you're going to have it made. This is nice, slow-moving water, and not only are you going to avoid the dangerous obstacles on the left bank, you're also going to allow your guests to spend more time as they float through the section that has more eagles than any other. The rest of it is pretty much the same. There is a pileup of wood on the pylon. Go to the right of that. You'll definitely need to stay far, far right as you go through the Highway 530 bridge. Thank you. Take care. Let me know if you got any questions.